What's up everyone? It's Amelia from Sleepopolis back at it with another pillow review. Today we're going to be talking about the Purple Harmony pillow. And incidentally, purple is one of my favorite colors. But will the Purple Harmony be one of my favorite pillows that I've tested? I've tested so many. I guess you'll just have to watch this video to find out. As a certified sleep science coach and product reviewer, I have genuinely reviewed a lot of pillows, so I'm ready to give you guys the lowdown on this one. In this video, I'm going to go over its construction, its feel, how it's going to work for different types of sleepers, give you guys some of my honest pros and cons, and we'll go over some FAQs. But before we can get started, don't forget to head over to sleepopolis.com where you can not only find my review of this pillow, but you can find tons more reviews on mattresses, bedding, and more. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel here so you never miss a video. All right, let's get started. Now, if you're like me and you tend to choose sort low to high when you're online shopping, I bet you're wondering how much this pillow costs. So the Purple Harmony comes in a standard size, which is what I have here, as well as a king size. Right now, the standard size costs $159 and the king size costs $199. But keep in mind that pricing in this industry is very subject to change, so be sure to head over to sleepopolis.com for the most up-to-date pricing information. You can also find some exclusive coupons over there that'll help bring your prices down a little bit. Now let's quickly go over some of Purple's policies. So first, Purple offers free shipping on this pillow within the contiguous United States. Customers in Hawaii and Alaska will have to pay an additional shipping fee. Next, Purple also offers a 100-night sleep trial on this pillow, and that means you can test it out at home for 100 nights, and if you decide it's not for you, you can return it within that trial period for a full refund. Finally, Purple offers a 1-year warranty on this pillow. Now, as a brand, Purple is the king of unique constructions in the world of bedding and mattresses. If you've heard of Purple before, you've probably seen their mattresses which use their hyper-elastic gel flex grid to create a distinctive feeling of floating on top of the mattress. Okay, not that type of floating. But anyway, Purple has utilized some of this same technology in the Purple Harmony pillow, so let's take a look. First things first, we have the outer cover, which is made of a blend of 92% nylon and 8% spandex. It's quite stretchy, as you can see, and it's got little perforations on it, like mesh on an athletic jersey, that allow for some breathability and airflow. This cover is also machine washable. Now, if we unzip the cover here, we can see that there's a honeycomb pattern on the inside. That's where the Purple grid comes into action. This hexagonal patterned gel pad is sewn into the cover, and Purple says there are 2,000 open air channels to promote even more airflow. Finally, we have the core of the pillow, which is made from tallow latex. You can see it's encased in a polyester cover here, but it's got perforations to, yep, you guessed it, promote even more airflow. Latex is also a great material for keeping cool because it's a material that naturally maintains a cool temperature. Additionally, both the standard and king sizes of the Purple Harmony pillow come in a low, medium, and tall loft version. And loft is just basically how tall the pillow is. I've got the low loft version here, which is 5.5 inches tall. The medium is 6.5 inches, and the tall version is 7.5 inches tall. But we'll come back to loft in a minute when we talk about how this pillow is going to work for different sleeping positions. Now on to feel. Now, feel is my favorite part of a review because I love talking about my opinions. But in all seriousness, feel is actually a very subjective aspect of a pillow, so you might have a slightly different experience with this than I did. Now, the first thing I noticed about the Purple Harmony pillow is that it has a cool to the touch feel. And given all those cooling materials that we talked about in the construction section, that makes a lot of sense. Now, this pillow I think does a really good job of maintaining that cool side of the pillow feel on both sides of the pillow. So I'm gonna say right now, hot sleepers, this is a great choice for you. The next thing that I noticed about the Purple Harmony pillow is that it has a super bouncy feel. Now again, this makes a lot of sense because the core is tallow latex, which is a material that's commonly used in mattresses to give them a bouncy and responsive feel. Combine that with the Purple grid hex, and this has a super elevating, buoyant feel. Now, overall, I would say this pillow has a medium firmness. It's soft enough that your head can sink into it and you'll get a little bit of contouring, but it's still really supportive from that latex core and the hyper-elastic gel grid. Now guys, I gotta say this pillow has a really unique feel, but honestly, I really love it. This is the kind of pillow I could totally see myself using at home. All right, now that we've talked about construction and feel, let's marry those two ideas together and talk about how this pillow is gonna work for different types of sleepers. Now, odds are you sleep on either your back, side, or stomach. Unless you're a bat and you sleep hanging upside down from the ceiling. Let's kick things off with back sleepers. Now, back sleepers, you guys are my type of people. I'm also a back sleeper. Us back sleepers generally want a medium firmness and a medium loft to ensure proper spinal alignment and comfort, so the Purple Harmony is checking all the boxes there. Or as they would say on Love Island UK, the Purple Harmony is 100% my type on paper. Now, I gotta say my head certainly was turned with this pillow. I really love the feel of the Purple Harmony. I tend to like a little bit of a lower loft anyway, so I love the low loft combined with the buoyant and supportive feel. But if you're a little bit bigger than me, or if you just like a little bit of a higher loft, I definitely recommend going with the medium version. Next up, side sleepers. Y'all are generally looking for a higher loft in a firmer feel to ensure that your head and neck stay in line with the rest of your spine. Now, while the Purple Harmony has more of a medium than firm feel, I actually think that buoyancy will help to keep your head and neck in line with the rest of your spine, and I found it to be really comfortable for side sleeping. But if you're a strict side sleeper, I would definitely recommend going with either the medium or tall loft version, depending on your size and preference. Finally, stomach sleepers. It's kind of hard to find a really good pillow for stomach sleepers, as you really need a low loft and a soft feel to prevent your neck from craning while you're on your stomach. Now, I thought the Purple Harmony was just okay for stomach sleeping. I felt my neck craning just a little bit, which was honestly not very comfortable. So if you're a full-time stomach sleeper, I wouldn't really recommend this pillow for you. If you're a combo sleeper who switches between stomach and another position, I think you could be okay as long as you stick to the low loft version. Whew, we have covered a lot about the Purple Harmony pillow, so let's recap with some pros and cons. First, the pros. Now, my first pro for this pillow is all about the feel. I love that this pillow let me sink my head into it and get some contouring around my head and neck, but at the same time, my head and neck were still properly supported. This is the exact balance that I love in a pillow, and I think it'll work for a lot of you folks too. Second, I really love how cooling this pillow is. Now, I don't really run that hot at night, but who doesn't love the feel of a cool pillow? Hot sleepers, this is going to be a great pick for you. Third, I also really appreciate that Purple offers this pillow in multiple lofts, so there should be something that'll work for just about everyone. Fourth, I also really appreciate that the outer cover of this pillow is machine washable, as that'll just help you keep it super clean. Now, on to the cons. So my first con for this pillow would be that I found even the low loft to be too high for sleeping on my stomach comfortably. Now, someone with a bigger frame than me may find this loft to work for stomach sleeping, but on the whole, I would caution stomach sleepers that this is probably gonna cause your neck to crane just a bit. And second, I would also say that if you're looking for a more traditional style feel, like a down pillow, you may not like the bouncy, responsive latex gel feel of the Purple Harmony. Finally, let's go through some frequently asked questions about the Purple Harmony so you aren't left wondering anything. So our first question is the Purple Harmony good for neck pain? So this is going to depend on your sleeping position, but if you're a back sleeper or a side sleeper, I think the Purple Harmony will do a great job to prevent neck pain, as it does a good job of keeping the neck in line with the spine for these sleepers. All right, so our next question is, do the Purple Harmony pillows flatten? So in my experience with this pillow, it retained its shape really well, and given the durable and responsive materials that it's made with, I think that would continue over time. All right, so for our last question, do Purple pillows smell? Nope, in my experience, I didn't notice any smell from this pillow, but if you should happen to, just let it air out for a day or two and any smell should dissipate. Well folks, that's it for this review. If you think the Purple Harmony pillow could bring some harmony to your sleep, let me know down in the comments below. If you have any questions about this pillow, feel free to leave those in the comments as well, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for joining me in this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!